Hey, Cancer Cross Watchers, I'm Leonanicholeblack, and I'm here to give you some messages of advice and support for dealing with your Cancer lovers and friends right now. I'm doing specific messages for those who are in intimate sexual relationships with Cancers, and those also who are in more platonic friends, family, business relationship with Cancer, Sun, Moon, or rising sign people. So let's start. What energy is Cancer projecting at you right now? Eight of Wands and Nine of Wands. So this is to everybody, okay, regardless of whether this is a sexual relationship or not. Eight of Wands is actually a lot of passion, a lot of intention. Cancer might be seeming quite focused at the moment, really wanting to move forward. I'm also feeling with the Eight of Wands here a lot of sexual energy. So you may, if you are in an intimate relationship, be finding that maybe your Cancer sex drive is a bit higher. They're more tapped into their sensuality, but it has a lot to do with this energy here, Nine of Wands healing. So that sexual energy that's coming up is also part of their healing process. It's about alchemizing some of those wounds. So even if you're not in a sexual relationship with a Cancer, you still need to be aware that they're dealing, the fire element is very internal. So they're dealing with a lot in their inner space right now, and that is obviously going to affect their external world. So they're projecting a lot of energy. If they're not in the highest, they're not mastering themselves very well, this kind of energy can express as anger, quick to anger, frustration. To be mindful of that. I'm going to start with those of you who are in relationships or situationships with Cancers. So Three of Wands in reverse here, Ten of Pentacles in reverse, the Judgment card in reverse, and the Four of Swords. So really, Cancer is needing you to not apply a lot of pressure, not to let them know that you're waiting on them so much. I think a lot of you are waiting for actions, waiting for words, waiting for communication, waiting to see what Cancer's going to do. This waiting energy, though, is putting pressure on Cancer and they're not appreciating it. This Ten of Pentacles, they know that you're wanting to build, get to the next stage, really establish something, but they're not ready for this yet. Whether that's in terms of taking a relationship to a next level, or it's in terms of like work and commitment within the relationship itself, they need more time. And so don't apply pressure here, because they're needing you to not be, literally with the Judgment card, to not be judgmental towards them about where they are in their process at the moment. They need you to be a little bit more peaceful, more relaxed about what's happening, because they're already in this energy for themselves, because they're going through a lot of healing. So it's not really the time for them to be external and building and kind of getting things done. And whilst they need to maintain, okay, we all need to kind of show up to our responsibilities, they may not be able to expand right now. That's what this Three of Wands in reverse is about. They're not in an expansive energy. Oh, sorry, exposing myself. They're not in an expansive energy. So you need to be mindful of that. How they are seeing you, Knight of Wands in reverse and Seven of Pentacles, it's like they see you as holding back. Either you're holding back, you really want to move forward on something and you can't. And Seven of Pentacles here would be like maybe feeling held back by Cancer. So they're getting the energy that you feel held back by them. Or some of you, hold on a second, the messages are a lot, hold on. For some of you, I can't articulate myself. So some of you are waiting on Cancer to make a move to be ready, but others of you, Cancer's waiting on you. So it's like this pending energy. So it could go either way here. You're looking at each other, someone's waiting for someone to make a move. And so there's kind of stuck energy around progression. And Cancer seems to be aware that you feel this way. But, however, what they're needing from you right now is to not not leverage your emotions very strongly towards them. You know, don't, it's actually, they're not wanting big outpourings of love. It's going to feel like a bit too much pressure given what they're processing. They're needing you to show up and nurture your own self emotionally and to work on your own self emotionally at the moment. They're needing you to do your own emotional work so they can focus on theirs. There's also advice here around not being careful about being very critical or speaking too sharply to Cancer in this particular time, because Four of Cups in reverse, they're going to internalize it. It will create emotional blocks and they're unlikely to talk to you about it. They will... it will fester, it will wound them. So be careful, don't be quick at the mouth. Give Cancer time, because Three of Pentacles, they are intending to show up and to communicate and to be honest with you around what they're able to collaborate and build together. They want togetherness, they want partnership. In their extended reading, they're really working on doing a certain level of healing right now that makes them ready for deeper, broader partnership. But they need a minute. It doesn't feel like a long time, I'll be honest. This feels like weeks to months, not years. So they just need a little time, and they're needing you not to create conflict for them by being demanding. So let me just pull some advice for you around what you can be doing for yourself at this time. So it's Cancer's not super receptive to your energy in this particular moment. Four of Pentacles, the Chariot card, and King of Wands. So Spirit is saying you have your own foundations that you can move forward on. So the idea that Cancer is holding you back is an illusion. You have things in your own life that you can make progress on. There are victories available for you. There are things that you can successfully, triumphantly overcome. You just need to be confident within yourself. And this is also going to help take some of this pressure off, occupy you in a healthy way until Cancer's able to come and show up and participate in this relationship more fully. Okay, now, those of you who are in platonic relationships, okay, friendships, families, business partnership, and you're wondering what's going on with Cancer at the moment. Knight of Cups and Seven of Swords. Cancer doesn't have much to give right now, and they're not being honest about it. Seven of Swords, I don't want to have this conversation with you. It's like they're just like, I don't even want to have to explain that I need to not like be doing this. Five of Swords. They're concerned about creating conflicts. They're concerned that it's going to generate an energy they don't necessarily want to deal with. How are they seeing you? Eight of Cups in reverse. They're concerned you're going to walk away from this situation. Six of Swords, because you have options. So if this is a business partnership, they don't have much to give, or they can't increase their energy or their commitment right now, but they're not telling the truth about that because they think it could lead to a parting of ways in which you would be better off, to be honest. If it's a family situation, they're avoiding the emotional separations that might lead to a higher path for both of you. It may be that there needs to be time apart, there maybe need to be some time away for healing, but they don't necessarily want to create a big ruckus about it all. What can you do? Five of Pentacles and Three of Swords. Okay, those of you who are not in intimate partnerships, you seem to be having an even harder time with Cancer. You seem to be hurt, actually, by... So these are friendships you're hurt by Cancer's withdrawal. Maybe you were depending on them in material ways and you feel let down. Maybe it's creating conflicts with you in your own business, in your own work relationships. Or it can be abandonment in a family context. Ten of Cups in reverse, the Tower in reverse, Nine of Pentacles. You need time apart. This is necessary. This journey of self-actualization and self-becoming is necessary for all parties. There isn't presently any harmony in this situation. There may be genuine love, genuine friendship, genuine like intention to work together, but the environment or the personal experiences are not harmonious, leave it for a minute. Don't push. Let things wane naturally for a while as best as possible. If you still have to work together, do so, but focus on the business, and kind of just leave the personal alone for a while. Because I feel like once you've stepped back into this energy, it may be on different, there may be different terms between you. Let me just ask. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, and Temperance. Yes, so there'll be an alchemical balance. There'll be more balance coming to each other. There'll be more of a willingness to offer love. These are potential energies, that's why it's in reverse. More of a willingness to offer love, and more of a personal balance and a sense of one's own value and what one has to add or offer to the family, the friendship, or the work relationship. So just give it some time and focus on yourself. Everyone's kind of needing to leave Cancer alone at the moment. I hope that is going to help you get through things. Of course, I'll be doing cross-watch readings for the other signs too, so look out for them soon. Sending you so much love.